You've probably paid extra for a large fry thinking you were getting more food. The truth? You're mostly paying for a taller box and a psychological trick. Independent tests show large and medium fries are nearly the same in content, sometimes identical. So why do we fall for it every time? In this video, we're breaking down the size scam that McDonald's doesn't want you to notice, from fries to drinks, and showing you how to outsmart it with simple swaps that save you real cash instantly. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. You think that large fry is an upgrade, you're sure the taller box must mean more food. But what if that red carton has been lying to you the whole time? When you line up a large and a medium next to each other, something strange happens. The height difference grabs the eye, yet the actual fries often stop at the same level inside. What looks generous turns out mostly to be air. The box isn't filled because it doesn't have to be. The shape alone sells the illusion. Behind the counter, speed rules everything. Workers move fast, scooping, salting, bagging. There's no time to weigh each order, so a quick fill that looks good enough passes for a large. The customer sees the tall carton and believes it's brimming with fries. The truth hides in plain sight. The same scoop that went into a medium box is almost the same scoop that lands in the large one. It's like buying the family-size bag of chips that's half air. You tear it open expecting a mountain inside, but you've paid for the packaging, not the product. The fry box plays the same trick. Each carton is engineered for appearance over accuracy. The company's designers know exactly how much empty space makes the portion feel satisfying before you even taste it. That red box doesn't just hold fries. It holds your expectations. The taller sides signal premium, a subconscious cue that you're getting a better deal. It's the same psychological upsell that works in clothing stores with deluxe tags or on subscription pages pushing the best value plan. The packaging whispers that spending a little more is the smart move. What's fascinating is how strong the illusion gets once you take a bite. Many customers swear a large fry actually tastes better. The flavor hasn't changed, the salt, oil, and potatoes are identical. But the brain believes bigger means fresher, richer, more satisfying. The mind fills in the flavor the way the box fills in the air. Quick service culture keeps that illusion alive. During a rush, the fry station runs on autopilot. A half-filled box still counts as a large because no one's checking carton depth, only that the paper looks full from the top. That's how every tiny shortcut adds up to a consistent, profitable illusion. The volume difference is barely noticeable, but your receipt shows a clear step up in price. If you want to test it yourself, try the quiet hack regulars use. Skip the large and order 2 mediums instead. You often get more fries in total, and because each batch comes from a smaller scoop, they're hotter and crisper. You'll usually spend less too. It's the simple math the menu doesn't want you to run. But fries aren't the only thing at McDonald's where size sells more illusion than substance. Wait until you see what's actually hiding in your supersized drink. Ever cracked open your McDonald's cup and found it's mostly Arctic tundra inside? You're not alone. That mountain of ice towering above the rim is the fast food world's quietest con. The so-called supersized drink counts on it. The bigger the cup, the more impressive the pour looks, until you let that ice melt and see how little actual soda hides underneath. If fries use a box illusion, drinks pull off an even cleaner one. Customers have filmed themselves pouring a supersized soda into a medium cup and finding little difference once the ice gets out of the way. It's not a camera trick. It's just physics. Dense cubes displace the volume while giving the impression of abundance. The lid pops, the soda fizzes against the ice, and you feel like you've scored extra value. But what you really bought was cold water masquerading as more drink. This sleight of hand works because fountain soda costs next to nothing to make. The syrup that flavors a large cup costs pennies, even less when bought in bulk. That means the main expense is the cup itself. So every ounce of ice that replaces liquid turns into pure profit. You're effectively paying more money for frozen filler that vanishes before you finish your fries. Each glug looks generous, Each sip tells another story. It's one of the oldest tricks in the quick service playbook. Add ice until the cup looks full, oversell the supersize, and let perception handle the rest. Overflowing cubes suggest freshness and volume, both pleasant signals your brain rewards. The sound of clinking against the straw reinforces it. But that sensory theater disguises a tiny ratio of syrup to soda and an even smaller amount of soda to ice. When customers test it themselves, the reveal is blunt. Pour the melted contents of a supersize into a medium and it often fits neatly or comes close. The difference isn't in ounces, it's in appearance. That's the point. The bigger cup pushes your instinct to chase more. The same reflex that tells you a taller stack means better value. Once the lid goes on, the illusion is sealed. The psychology is simple but potent. People equate size with satisfaction. Fast food branding exploits that impulse through design, not content. Supersize looks indulgent, feels impressive, and gives the company a reason to charge premium prices without changing ingredients. Ice becomes the invisible profit margin, hiding in plain sight behind the straw. More customers are catching on. Instead of chasing the large, they order a medium with light ice or no ice at all. You end up with nearly the same drink volume, less dilution, and a consistent flavor until the last sip. You also avoid paying for what melts. It's a small fix, but it turns a marketing ploy back in your favor. Now, if that's what happens with drinks, what about the rest of the menu that quietly drains your wallet? Think the fry box and the soda cup are the only illusions? The trap runs deeper into the menu. McDonald's hides weak value not just behind packaging but inside the numbers printed on the board. Take the breakfast line. A single McMuffin runs almost neck and neck with the cost of a full combo that adds a drink and a hash brown. You might assume that means the meal deal is generous, but here's the trick. It's priced high enough to make the sandwich alone feel stupid. Either way, McDonald's wins. You spend more than the food is worth no matter which button you press. The menu design makes sure of it. Prices sit just close enough that logic fails under the pressure of the morning rush. You see two lines, one looks simple, one looks like a bargain. By the time you finish scanning, the combo seems like the obvious adult choice. That feeling of doing the smart thing is the entire point. The layout and grouping steer you toward the higher margin set while disguising how little real difference there is in cost. And it goes beyond breakfast. The Filet-O-Fish has the same problem but in the opposite direction. It sells at nearly the same price as a quarter pounder even though the portion is smaller and the ingredients cost less to source. The fish sandwich rides the halo of variety and nostalgia. It feels like a special option, one that shouldn't be cheap because it's different. That perception lets the price climb without much pushback. You end up paying premium burger money for a small piece of breaded fish. This is what economists call perceived choice freedom. The customer thinks they're picking purely on taste or appetite, but the menu quietly funnels them to the selection that yields the biggest profit. Every angle of the price board, font size, spacing, order placement, exists to guide the eye toward those margins. The effect is subtle and unnerving. You feel like you're controlling the order when the order is actually controlling you. The smaller snack items play the same game. A 4-piece or 6-piece nugget box looks harmless, the perfect quick bite. But you're paying far more per nugget compared to the 10 or 20-piece packs. That's not an accident. It's a strategy meant to catch impulse buyers. Each small portion is convenient, overpriced, and easy to justify. By the time you notice, you've spent half the cost of a larger meal without realizing you bought less than half the chicken. Even desserts get in on the act. Add a topping to a McFlurry and you'll pay a clear upcharge. Yet the extra is barely noticeable once mixed. You're basically paying the price of premium ice cream for a dusting of candy. This is micro-profit through micro-illusion. Small tweaks that look custom but change nothing meaningful about the product. Most people think lighter orders save money or calories. The truth is that feeling of being clever is built into the trap. McDonald's doesn't need you to eat more food. It just needs you to believe you're getting a better deal than you are. Their real profit isn't in what fills your tray. It's in what fills your head. Once you see the tricks, the solution is simple, and it starts with ignoring the size label altogether. The real secret at McDonald's isn't hidden in its food. It's built into the packaging. Every carton, cup, and combo plays on perception, making your brain trust shape and size over substance. The less you notice, the more you pay. So next time you order, test it. Pour your large fries into a medium box or wait until the ice melts before measuring your drink. You'll see exactly what you're buying. When the illusion breaks, the value does too. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.